It's not giving casual dating. It's not giving casual sex. It's the KB show. I have thought about it, but they be going through it. Sentimental, it means a lot to me, but come on now, you're doing too much. Hey y'all, it's your girl KB, and the B is for Bobby Butte, not beauty, just Butte. This is actually my third time filming this video, and look, I'm trying my best, right? Yeah, I wanted to film a little Q&A just for my followers, my subscribers, anyone who supports me to be able to get to know me better. I recently filmed a short form get ready with me, get to know me a little bit video that I put on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. But of course, I have more leverage, more time here to go into depth. This is Antoine, my cat that I adopted in 2019. So he is about to be 6 years old. Yeah, so my name is Kendall, but I do prefer to go by KB. And it's not for any reason in particular. I shared that on Instagram, and one of my homegirls was like, so should I be calling you KB? I feel like people who know me personally, like family, close friends, it's cool to call me Kendall, but anybody outside of that, I really would prefer to be called KB. And it's not like anything happened or anything. You know how sometimes maybe like back in the day, or even maybe now currently, people call you your first name or maybe your middle name when they're trying to be stern or when you might be getting in trouble. That's not really the case. I just feel like KB is more informal, and I like it. So yeah, I did tell the people to submit some questions on my Instagram a while ago. So yeah, let's get into those. But while we do, my birthday is January 7th. It just passed. I am 31 years old, and I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I was born and raised here, but then I moved to North Carolina when I was 13 years old, and I stayed there for the duration of high school. And come on now, you're doing too much. It's the KB show. I stayed there for the duration of my high school years, and then college, I had my son Miles there, and he is 11 years old. So sometimes you'll see him featured in some of my content, but yeah, outside of that, I am a project manager. That's something that people ask me a few questions about and that I like to talk about here on my channel. So let's get into it. The first question was, are you open to mentoring? And I feel like I am open to mentoring, but I would want to know, like, what does a mentorship look like? Because anytime, I know for me personally, when boundaries, when I was in a course or some sort of mentorship program, I always regretted it. Like every single time I spent my money on that, I would always a week or two or a month later feel like, heck, I wasted my money. Like I could have done that myself. And I don't want anybody to feel like that about me. You know, I'm all about saving. I'm all about budgeting and just doing the best that you can with your money. So before you come to a mentorship with me, I would want to know that you've already like maxed out your potential and done everything that you can. I feel like on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, I share a lot of free game. I talk about how to redo your resume. I know that was one of the questions, but I always say use ChatGPT, get on LinkedIn, you know, like be telling any and everybody, hey, I need a job. Hey, I'm trying to do such and such. I'm trying to break into this field. I'm trying to get into tech, go to conferences, be networking. So it's like, what do you need from me that you haven't been able to do on your own? Because I get that some people need, you know, like coaching and they need an extra push. But at the end of the day, it's like, what happens when the mentorship is over? You know, like I'm not going to be standing over top of your shoulder, babysitting you to get you to do better for yourself, for your children, for your family. So I don't know. What do y'all feel like y'all would want in a mentorship? Let me know. Maybe I'll pose that question on my Instagram because I get this question so often. I think someone even asked me, yeah, how have you ever thought about being a mentor to others? I have thought about it, but I don't know what the logistics will look like. Maybe I need to reach out to ChatGPT on my own and figure out, you know, like, hey, if I'm trying to put together a mentorship or a course, you know, and that's another thing. I just feel like we are in the land of courses and ebooks and all of that type of stuff. And I don't want to be lumped in with them people because sometimes it's giving scam. And I'm not a scammer. I don't want anybody to group me in with those groups of people. So I don't know. We'll see. Next question was, can I take you out? No. Any updates on the rental property in Minnesota? So as I shared, I lived in Minnesota for 3 years. And when I lived there, when I was 25, I bought a house, beautiful gowns. I love that house. Of course, super sentimental. It means a lot to me, but I rented it out once I turned 28 and I moved back home. And since then, I've had 3 tenants. No, I've actually had 4 tenants. I shared a story on Shorts about the time that I tried a Section 8 tenant. And yeah, so last year I fired my property management company just because the trust wasn't there. I felt like they weren't moving in my best interest. And since then, even though I have saved money by not having a property management company, it is a lot of work. Or it can be a lot of work, I should say, a lot of work that I don't necessarily want to do. Like sometimes property management and being a landlord, it's not passive income. If it might feel like passive income, but you're definitely working. Because when you have tenants that reach out to you, or they break or something in the house breaks, they break something, they can't make the rent, you just got to be in constant communication with them. It can be stressful. I'm in a point in my life where I don't want to be actively managing a property. I'll just say that. So I've let them know, hey, these are my plans. I want to sell this house. What can we do to get you guys out so that I can be able to move forward with that? They said that they are currently looking for a new place to live. So prayerfully, they find something within the next 30, 45, 60 days so that we can get the house on the market and just it just feels like a monkey on my back. I don't want this next few years of my life. I don't want any stress. Just give me my money and I can get out, just get out of your way. So, and another thing, y'all, I said before that I would not sell to a corporation because I know that's a really big thing right now in our country with the economy. Like big corporations coming in, even sometimes from out of seas, and they'll buy up a property, or Zillow or Redfin, one of them, like they'll buy a property and then they'll sell it for higher than what it should be sold for so that they can raise the property value within a community, and then just keep doing that to phase small families out. Before I said that I was against that. I don't know now. I don't know. Because if they don't move out before the summertime, if you know anything about Minnesota, it gets super cold there. So people don't really want to be moving. And I think this is like generally, people don't really want to be moving in the dead of winter, especially when it's snowing. Sometimes they be getting, like 3, 2 feet of snow. So I don't know. I will try to take y'all along with me on that journey of selling the house and trying to figure that out, but we'll just have to see. I'll try my best to make a video about it. I'll probably go out there sometime within the next few weeks just to get an update on the house, be able to take some pictures and videos, meet with my realtor, who was absolutely amazing. I always like to give her a shout out as much as I can because she is so helpful. She helped me throughout the home buying process. I was able to get a down payment assistance program for that house. I talked about this on live a few days ago. This house that I'm currently in, I didn't get any assistance. I saved like $30,000 to be able to buy this house that I'm in now. And I love being a homeowner. I am not the type to say that home ownership, even though I did have a series called Home Ownership Sucks, but I like having a stable place to live. I like for my son to be able to grow up in one place. And, just nobody's not constantly raising the rent on me or being able to kick me out. So, yeah, I like being a homeowner. I just don't feel like being a landlord anymore. So the next question, how can I land a stay-at-home job like yours? My resume sucks and I don't know how to fix it. I've been remote for the past 4 years and I really love it. The only thing that I don't love about working remote is, 2 things now. Work from home has made me really lazy, unfortunately. Like a lot of days I'll just get up, go to the gym, maybe not, lay around in my bonnet and be working. And that's just cool with me, like watching TV. And I don't like that for me. I said it multiple times, it really messes with my confidence. The day that I would love to have is super productive, except for maybe Fridays, maybe Mondays and Fridays. But Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I would love to be up, maybe go work at a coffee shop, be productive, do my makeup, do my hair, look pretty, feel pretty type of vibe. And it has not been given that. So if you want to work from home, I always say, fix your resume. The way to do that is with ChatGPT. The way to do that is to buy a resume from a trusted professional or to get a free one online. But there are several prompts that you can use on ChatGPT. The one that I recommend is just to say, hey, can you take my resume as it is now and gear it towards a project management role? Here's an example of my dream job or the job that I'm applying for. Can you help my resume be the best that it can be so that when the recruiters look at my resume, that it'll stand out? A lot of times, project management in particular, people have the transferable skills to be able to be a project manager. And I think maybe I had another question about that. Yeah, I did. It says, do you have tips on finding engineering, tech, or PM roles remote? I'm fed now. So these two can kind of be tied into one another. But yeah, fixing your resume is not hard at all. The format needs to be really clear. Of course, no pictures, no crazy colors. I don't know anything about engineering or tech outside of just being a project manager within tech, because when people say I work in tech, it's like, are you in tech or do you just work at a tech company? I've worked at a couple different tech companies, but I've never had like a software engineering or developer role. I have had product owner roles though, and I kind of miss that a little bit. But anyways, the way that I've gotten all of my jobs is through LinkedIn. 10 out of 10, I always say the way to get a job is through LinkedIn. I've never had success on Indeed. I've never had success on any of those other job boards that people post about on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. I reach out to recruiters or hiring managers that I see posting about a job, and I say, hey, I'm interested. Or people, sometimes these days, they reach out to me in my DMs like, hey, I got this job that's in Baltimore. Would you be interested? Do you want to set up a call? Even though I haven't gotten any offers here recently, it's cool because right now the job that I have is fairly stable. It pays well and the benefits are amazing. I'm grateful to have it. So yeah, the way to do it is continuous networking. And I said that that's one of my goals in 2025. I'm actually going to a conference. Prayerfully, I'm going to a conference this week to be able to network and just be around like-minded individuals. I also said that this year I wanted to get more involved in the local chapter of PMI, which is Project Management Institute, where you can get your CAPM or your PMP. I am PMP certified. I'll try to link a video down below where I talked about, because I think someone else asked me about study tips or something like that, where I talked about my project management journey. But to go ahead and just, oh yeah, somebody said, are you still looking for jobs? I'm always looking for jobs. I'm always on the job market. I'm always seeing what's out there, how much people are paying, what skills people are getting, what certifications, things like that. I was thinking about getting another certification this year, the ITIL, just to be able to get back into more tech roles, like I was saying, that product ownership, but I'm not 100% sure. Once I talk to my manager about my like yearly review, I'll see how she feels about me moving, but I don't want to shake no tables because the layoffs right now are going crazy. I'm praying that that wave just hops right over me, God willing. But yeah, career development is something that I'm passionate about. Obviously, if you can't tell. Yeah, I think the way to do it though is just like networking, putting yourself out there and making sure that your skills, your LinkedIn, your resume is pristine. I don't have a question, but a comment. It says, don't let them silence you. Keep speaking on it. I didn't really know what she was talking about, but yeah, I'm always wanting to speak my mind, say what I want, how I want, to whomever that I want. And it is what it is. Somebody said, what is your love life like? I'm so love, like, look at this. Look at all of this love. Like, the love is just all around. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Like, the love is just there. And yeah, but for real, I feel like when people ask me this question, or I feel like maybe somebody else asked me this recently just about like dating. Yeah, she said, how do you date as a single mother? Any advice? Or how did you date? Right now, I feel like in the past, let me say this first. I feel like in the past, I felt obligated to share certain things, you know, like, or to post certain people, or to just like get into details that I am not personally comfortable with sharing. That's the best way to say it. I was before, but now that my platform has grown, I own the rights to reserve. You know how people say we reserve the right to do whatever they want to do. Yeah, like, this is not a relationship channel. Like, I am the main character here. I don't want my profile as of right now. It might be in the future. I don't know. But as of right now, I feel like I just want to focus on the things that I'm focused on. Like, I don't want to be taking the camera out with me on dates. I don't want to be sharing intimate details about my relationship. I don't want to be, like, sometimes I have talked about it on live. And if you catch me on live and we talk about it then and there, cool. Like, if you see a little hand or you see a little arm, cool. But outside of that, like, it ain't giving that for multiple reasons. One of them being everybody don't want to be posted. Everybody don't want a camera in their face all the time. And I feel like when it comes to, it's natural. Let me just also just say that I understand that it's natural to have questions and to be curious. But I think on the flip side, a lot of people are just like plain nosy, nasty. They just want to pry. They just want to, like gossip. And I don't like that type of energy. So to save myself and my peace of mind and my, like energy, we just wrap that up. We put a bow on it and we put that right over here. Because this not that and that ain't this. Like, and that's the one thing that I do like about myself. It's like, I will pull all of these curtains down. I don't mind. Because at the end of the day, that's all I'll say about that. But I don't really share much about like those personal relationships and the ones that I do share. Hopefully you still, like stick around, enjoy those. But I was also saying before, another person like my mother, she do not want to be on camera. She do not want to be posted. And I got to respect people's boundaries, because I did used to resent the fact that it's like, dang, I want to be like this, these creators that they post certain things or they share certain things. And I like that. But hey, it's not worth ruining relationships because people don't want, you get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. As far as dating, the one thing, I feel like all of these questions are kind of like going along with each other. As far as dating, I never really gave myself like the opportunity to date. And this is one thing that I do kind of regret in my life sometimes, because it's like sometimes when I see my friends or people, again, like people online and they're just like going out on dates and meeting people and, like having that Sex in the City type of lifestyle, I'd be a little bit like envious. Like, man, I wish I, had that. But that's where and why I love like solo dates. If you watch my New York vlog and you hear that man say, "Oh, how they know I'm not with you?" Cause I said it was a solo vlog. Like, I'm doing what I want to do for me because I've been a mom since I was 19. Like, I've never had, and that was another thing, like the Living Alone diary series. I'd be like, dang, I can never do that because I'd never lived alone. I've never lived alone. When I was in high school, of course, before being an adult, I lived with my mother and my sister. And then after that, I was in college. So I had a roommate for my freshman year of college. And then after that, I've always lived with Miles. Now, Miles, he used to go for the most part, like to his dad's house in another state for the summertime, and I would maybe have some more alone time then, but for the most part, no. So I was going to start a series on my channel called KB and the B is for Bachelorette, just for me to do like some of those things and take back that, what's the word? Just like take back that season of my life that I always felt like I missed out on. Like get dressed up, go out on a solo date to dinner, sit at the bar, like allow people to give me compliments, maybe not. I don't know. Get a drink. If you know me, I don't even drink. But maybe I might have me a little libation. I don't know, just for the series. So I'm excited about things like that and trying new things in 2025. But I really don't have any dating advice. Besides, the only thing I would say is don't settle. But don't have super wild, unrealistic expectations either. And girl, I don't know. I really don't know what to be able to tell you because I never dated. And then, like that cycle just continued. Like I never really gave myself time to like heal or just to like casually date, like see what was out there. I was always just on to the next man. Kind of like they say Summer Walker. That was me. No shade because I like Summer Walker. I don't know Summer Walker, but that's what they say. So then, like, once I lived in Minnesota, even, like, I had a boyfriend there. And then, yeah. So I never really did like the dating apps and going out on dates. Like, oh, I like this person. Like, I got a roster type of thing. And sometimes I regret not having that because I don't know. When I see other people doing that, I be like, oh, that seems fine. But then my homegirls or people that I see online, I don't even really have no homegirls like that. But the ones that I do have, they be going through it. And it don't seem fun. It seems stressful and draining and toxic. When they be saying that just the things that they be going through, I be like, I am grateful that I did not have to go through that, especially with a child. You know, like introducing multiple people and having multiple people around my son. You know, these days I'm just trying to lean more into gratitude that I don't have to go through that. Like, it's not giving casual dating. It's not giving casual sex. It's not giving, like giving my body and myself to multiple men anymore. Like, I'm just, yeah, I think I'm cool. I'm cool. So I don't really have any advice for how to date as a single mom because I ain't really date. Like, I ain't really, I didn't have that phase, I would say. But I can't even recommend you no channels because I don't really consume that type of content. Besides, what's her name? No, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I like some of the videos on TikTok of just like people going out on dates. But again, it does seem hella exhausting. It does. And I'm sorry if you're not having a lot of luck out there or you just going through it when it comes to men because it does seem like, dang, yikes. I would hate to be out here. Yeah. Do you have any regrets about becoming an online personality? I would say that is my regret. Is probably oversharing in the past, or even sometimes now currently. I feel like it's a journey, like it ebb and flows to where it's like you try certain things and you fail forward. It's like, oh nope, I don't want to talk about that. Oh nope, that ain't for me. And then you pivot, you go somewhere else. So other than that, I love being a content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it. I love growing on social media. I like meeting different people. Even though someone did ask me, how do you feel about having an informal local meetup in 2025? I am not a meetup type of person. Like, I don't really like being in, and even thinking about, like I was just saying, professionally, like growing and putting myself out there and networking, it makes me super anxious. Like, I have anxiety diagnosed. I am not an outgoing person. Despite what you might see online, I feel like when I hold this camera up and I make a video and I'm showing my personality, it's just me in this camera. I act totally different. Like right here, right now, it's just me and this cat down here. It's me by myself. And people who know me personally, like in real life, notice I am more reserved than you might think. And I actually was watching The Breakfast Club with Martin Lawrence on there, and they was talking about how silly and wild and goofy he is. And he was like, that's a character. Not to say that I'm not being authentic, but I put on for the camera sometimes because it's my job now. Like it's a hobby of mine that I really enjoy and I know what works. But for the most part, I'm quiet. I don't like talking. I like being quiet. I don't know. So I don't know to answer the question. We'll have to see about that, but yeah. I don't know. Somebody said, are you still looking at job opportunities? Yeah, I'm always looking at job opportunities. Oh, I think I answered that already. What else? Oh, how did you get into the PM world? So real quick, when I worked at Target, I was not a project manager, but I was doing project management duties. So I told my manager, hey, I'm trying to be a project manager. Like I'm trying to go over there with them. And she basically was like, that's cool. But never really like gave me the push to do it. So I left and I got a role with the project management title. And then from there, it's just been up. I've always been a project manager. So don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. If you want to be a project manager or if you want to pivot into anything, you can do that. I don't have a question, but a comment says, don't let them silence you. Keep speaking to. Did I already say that? Oh, yeah. Love your content. What do you use to edit your videos? My Shayla. I always use CapCut, but I don't know if I'll have to get to know a different editing software here in a few months. I have tried InShot. I don't like it more than CapCut, of course. Like it'll do, but CapCut is my number one for long form content, for short form content. I might try Adobe here soon because I have seen a couple of my favorite creators or people who I just like watching their content, they use Adobe, but yeah, as of right now, I just use CapCut. Just a comment, you make us all proud. Thank you so much. I love like my little community, my little piece of the internet. And y'all, I will say one thing that scares me so bad is whatever might happen to where the internet turns on me. I pray that this never happens because I feel like I'm not out here giving opinions on stuff that's not my business. I'm not a messy type of person that's out here even sharing my own business for people to create, you know, like narratives and share their opinions on. I just do my own thing. I go to work. I take care of my family. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But sometimes even people will find something to hate on about that. But I'm just like, oh no, I pray to God that the internet don't turn on me one day. I pray, I'm trying my best. So I love when people give me compliments like that and like, oh, I like your content. I love, like, it really makes me happy that like pouring out and people are grateful about that. Okay, you're doing you pick a side, please. You're doing too much. Come on, what are we doing? Because you're doing too much. Somebody said, why you so sexy? I don't know. Like, I don't know. No, but for real, I never really like consider myself sexy when I think about like sex appeal. I don't know. As I get older though, like I was just saying, I'm trying to just like today. Oh, come on, so today I had on this real sexy like black dress. It was like lacy. It was like, it had like a zebra print on this side, but a cheetah, like a leopard print on this side. It was cute. I had on some heels, it was giving sexy. And it's like, yeah, like I was saying about the whole bachelorette thing, like, I really want to let me stop saying like, I really want to step my cookies up this year. I want to give that. So thank you. What's your advice to get your debt down? I have a loan that I really want to pay. It makes me sick. Be on a budget. Be meticulous about your finances. Be checking your bank accounts every single day. Don't be out here trying to keep up with the Joneses and overspending. Check your budget once again. See if you can refinance that loan depending on the interest rate. That's something that I did a couple different times. For example, I had an interest rate for a card that was like 18%. So I got a personal loan with my credit union and it's 13%. So I'm saving 5% every single month by doing that refinance loan. So yeah, products you use for tinting your own locks brown. I've had blonde hair or some shade of brown for the past 15 years. I always use box dye. A few years ago, I was using straight bleach, but I don't recommend. Box dye always works for me. I don't know if I recommend dye on locks. That was part of the reason why I cut my locks, actually, is because blonde hair is super high maintenance. It's hard to keep up with. It's hard to keep moisturized. People always ask me, like, how do you keep your hair so... I've been thinking about dyeing it black here recently because I'm like I was saying, my lifestyle, I'm in the gym. I might be thinking about having...
I don't have an answer.
I didn't ask you nothing. Did I say that? Did I say... I don't even remember addressing you. Anyways, my lifestyle, like I was just about to... Or maybe she was telling me not to say that. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. But box dye. And then... Oh, that's all the questions. So, yeah. My goals for this year are to be... I always say this, I think, every single video. Because I've been wanting y'all to hold me accountable. Like, I show up on shorts every single day for the most part. But long form content, last week, I was getting attacked like crazy. I'm supposed to upload on Sundays and Wednesdays. Today is Saturday. If I can get this video up today, that'll be perfect. And then I'll still try to do tomorrow and Wednesday. But anyways, on Wednesday, when I tell you I had a migraine from the pits of hell, I was like, I can't. And that's another thing that I'm working on. But let me finish my first statement. I was like, I cannot do it today. I just can't. Like, I filmed a video. I didn't edit it. My head was knocking. And I called my mother. I was like, I got the worst headache. And she was like, your grandmother used to get headaches when she ate pork. I didn't tell her that I ate bacon until later, but my head was going crazy. I was like, I'm sorry. I just can't. But I will say that at the end of 2025, I do not want to look back and be like, I regret not showing up for myself, because I felt like that over the years. I started this channel 10 years ago now, and I always think like I could have been an OG YouTuber if I just would have been consistent. But you never know. Everything happens for a reason. So I want to post consistently at least twice a week on long form content, every day on shorts. That's my goal. Keep me accountable. I'm going to try my best to be consistent. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to hit 80K by the end of March. So if you're watching this after March, check back with me and make sure that I did that. I've been being real consistent. I've been posting every day. And then TikTok, I don't really have no TikTok goals right now. I'm already past the 100K. I'm just going with the flow. It's just all vibes over there. So follow me on all the platforms. Leave a comment down below. I hope to do these more often, even if the content is within another video, just so that y'all can get to know me better. Sometimes I do feel like I don't do nothing. I don't go out nowhere. I'm always in the house. I work from home, but this year I want to try to get out more, open up more, share more. So yeah, hit me up, follow me, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Oh yeah, and I always say ciao because I love when people who speak Spanish say ciao. I'm trying to speak Spanish. Maybe that might be one of my goals for the end of 2025 too, is to be more bilingual. But yeah, see you later. Bye.